A growing share of young men in America are no longer in college, no longer working, and not looking for work. This isn't a small group on the margins, it's a measurable and rising trend. After years of falling behind in school, disappearing from college campuses, and struggling in the job market, more young men are simply stepping away from both education and employment altogether. Today we're going to look at what the data shows and why this shift carries consequences that go far beyond individual choices. The numbers are becoming hard to ignore. Labor force participation among young men has been declining for years. A significant share of men in their 20s are neither working nor enrolled in school. When researchers examine what's often called disconnected youth, young people who are neither employed nor in education, young men make up a disproportionate share of that group. Lower college enrollment, combined with weaker workforce attachment, is producing a clear pattern. More young men are opting out of the traditional path entirely. They're not climbing the ladder, they're stepping off it. This did not happen overnight. It follows the trends we've covered in previous videos. Boys fall behind early in school. Many never fully catch up. Fewer enroll in college. Of those who do, a large share leave without a degree or graduate into weak job prospects. At the same time, the cost of living has risen. Stable entry-level opportunities have shifted in many sectors, and the old promise, work hard, get an education, and you'll be secure, has weakened for a large portion of young men. When the expected rewards feel uncertain or distant, disengagement becomes more common. The economic consequences are significant. Young men who remain disconnected from both education and steady work tend to have lower lifetime earnings, weaker career trajectories, and delayed independence. Many cycle in and out of low-wage or unstable jobs. Over time, this makes it harder to build savings, qualify for a mortgage, or reach the kind of financial stability that previous generations of young men more commonly achieved by their late 20s. The longer this disconnection lasts, the harder it becomes to reverse. These patterns also show up clearly in family life. Men who are not stably employed are significantly less likely to marry or start families. Research has consistently found that steady work remains one of the strongest predictors of marriage for men. When a larger share of young men remain economically disconnected, it contributes to lower marriage rates, delayed homeownership, and fewer stable two-parent households. What begins as individual disengagement scales up into broader social effects that can last for decades. It's important to be precise. This is not about every young man, and it is not a claim that ambition has disappeared. Many young men are doing well, particularly those who find clear paths in the skilled trades, technical fields, or entrepreneurship. But the overall trend is real. A larger share of young men are arriving at adulthood without a strong connection to either higher education or steady work. That combination has not been the norm in recent American history, and the data suggests it is not correcting on its own. The core issue is not that young men are incapable, it's that the pathways that once reliably moved them from adolescence into stable adulthood have become less effective for a significant portion of them. When large numbers of young men disengage from both college and work, the effects compound across the economy, family life, and the next generation. Understanding this trend clearly is the first step. Ignoring it will only raise the long-term cost. Thanks for watching Clarity with Maria. If you value honest, data-driven analysis that doesn't shy away from uncomfortable truths, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. New videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I'll see you in the next one.